Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Mr. Director, for being here today. And I'd kind of like to follow up on the discussion you were just having. You know, in your recent report on the Marcellus Shale impact fee report, I think you used some, in order to make your calculations, use the Dominion South hub prices versus some other hub prices that there are. And that your report indicates that in 2012 that the price was $214 for MCF, and then in 2013 $289, and in 2014 $259, and that you know, one of the things that I just want to, before I ask a question about that, one of the things I want to state is that those hub prices are not what royalty owners are seeing on their statements. And I know that's not, you know, that's not your problem, but it is a fact that the gas is being sold regionally in Pennsylvania for a lot less than those prices on the hub. And my concern is that the governor is basing his assumptions for the revenues on prices that are significantly higher than that. I think $325 in 2016, and then up to $420 in 2020. And I know that your office nor anybody that I know can anticipate exactly what, how much we're going to be producing during those times, what the price is going to be, what the demand is. But my concern is that that the estimates may be overly ambitious as to what the revenues, and you know, would you agree that that is a problem, and there's a lot of difficulty in assessing those assumptions and what the incomes will be from a severance tax?
Yeah, there is certainly a lot of volatility across the different hubs in the state, and it's unclear what price would be used for the proposal. I went out and looked at the hub prices on Friday, actually, and you get a wide variation. The Henry hub was at about $3. The Leidy hub was at $1.80. Dominion South was at $2.40. Transco Leidy was at $1.26. So there is great variation in prices, even just across Pennsylvania.
And I would agree, and that's my experience is that in the northeast sector of the production, a lot of that's getting sold at Leidy and at Transco prices, which are significantly lower than was used in your study, and way lower than what the assumptions are in the proposal. And the other thing, I don't know if you can help shed some light on, one thing that I am trying to wrap my head around is post-production costs. I think in your study you assumed that post-production costs were about 82 cents per MCF. And can you tell from looking at the governor's proposal whether that 82 cents is factored in? I mean, are the companies going to be assessed at what they sold it for, or do they get to use their post-production costs as part of as a deduction, as they do with landowners? And do you know if when looking at other severance taxes in other jurisdictions, how they deal with that post-production cost issue?
Sure. To my knowledge, the 10 states that we looked at for our study, all of them allow deduction for post-production costs, and we assumed it was about 82 cents. Those data were from Range Resources in an investor presentation. It's a little more costly for that, for wet gas, to transport it and to refine it. We don't have the price assumptions in the governor's proposal. We have the production assumptions, and those appear reasonable to us. They are obtainable. In order to generate the $1 billion estimate, given those production assumptions, one needs a gas price of about $4 before post-production costs. And the $4 times the less the 80 cents for post-production, $3.20 multiplied by the output would then yield $1 billion.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.